Ireland is now entirely under Scottish rule, and thanks to a boost from his health focus, Anchthagern is still alive. I honestly didn't expect it at the beginning of this episode. But the prospects of a unified Scottish empire after his death are unfortunately growing ever dimmer. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Crusader Kings III in our Empire of Albion series. So we have this army on the way up to deal with these raiders. We have an incoming peasant revolt that we noticed at the end of the last episode. We are in debt. The main thing that I want to kind of take a look at while we're paused at the start of the episode here is what in the heck... Hang on, let me check something real quick. Yep, all good. Something I should have checked before I hit record, but anyway. What can we do about our succession chances? Right now, the character that is slated to become king is Duke Leofhelm. Now, thankfully, because he's a member of our dynasty, this doesn't mean that we'll have a game over if he becomes the king. It just means that basically an alternate house will take charge of the empire. This is the House Salisbury, which is, I think, a cadet branch of the dynasty. So if we look at this a little bit, let's see. Well, the houses are actually separate from, it's not really a cadet branch. Oh, yes, it is. Founding house. Look at all those cadet branches. Holy crap. But there are so many that don't have any living members. However, Salisbury is the strongest cadet branch that we currently have. Elpin is the main branch, and that's the one that most of us are a part of. So there are two that are kind of creating problems. And that's one of the reasons that we have this feud. There's this competing interest that's happening over the throne. There's this competition over who is going to be the emperor. And it's currently Leofhelm Constantinsson, who is the son of the final male heir of Constantine I, or Constantine II, who we started out the series as. And he currently is winning the vote. Let's take a look at that vote, though, and see if there's anything that we can do to change it. Hello? Can I not look at the title, please? Thank you. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, so if we look at the vote, he's not next in line. Here's what we can do. We might be able to use some hooks to force some votes. Right now, it looks like this particular candidate, as you can see, has 7 votes. So that's why he is ahead of Zachariah. So all we need to do is swing one person. Unfortunately, funny enough, Zachariah is voting for himself, but unfortunately I don't have hooks on any of these characters, and I'm wondering if I could have used a hook sooner. I don't know how long the forced vote lasts. Oh wow, for the next 100 years. That's fantastic. That's good to know for the future, even if we aren't able to use it in this particular election. Yeah, so if it's not clear what I'm looking at here, just to be like as succinct as I can be, we can manipulate the outcome of the election, for sure. That was something I was openly wondering about at the end of the last episode, and I kind of made a note, like, as I began this one, let's take a look at what else we're going to be able to accomplish there. And it seems like one of the things that we can do is straight up force someone else to vote. And the option actually lasts for 100 years, so we can say, you're going to pick the same person as me. So all I need to do is get a hook on one of these characters. One of them. I don't know if there's anything I'm really going to be able to do. You can challenge this character to a stewardship debate, attacking them for crimes against fashion. Let me see if I have blackmail on any of these people. I do not have blackmail. I could potentially try to turn up secrets on one of them. So let's see if there's someone that is reasonably convincible. All I need is a hook. I don't think that how close they are to being kind of swung in favor of the current candidate, I really don't think that that matters too much. It might, though. So I think I might want to lean towards one of these with lower negative scores. Yeah. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go... So this particular character... So, importantly, there are two columns here. The column on the left is the character that's voting. The column on the right is the character that's being voted for. So it's this character that we need to try to sway. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take our Spy Master, and we're going to send him to try and find secrets here. And if we can find a secret that we can use against Duke Kindwolf, let's go ahead and track Duke Kindwolf so we can remember who we're looking at. That's the one that we're going to try to sway, to try and get Zachariah on the throne. All right, let's unpause. Now, I mean, this it could all be for naught, to be completely honest. Oh, can use the Restore Accolades decision. I'll check that in a second. We have a couple of things that we can do here. It could all be for naught because, I mean, Ecthogorn could still die. His health is fine at the moment, and we are building up bonuses that should help him stay alive, but at the end of the day, he's already infirm, which just means that he's on death's door. We've already gotten a few events that kind of indicate that. It might even happen this episode. So what's this? Restore Accolades. So we have at least one inactive accolade. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, so one of the accolades, how did that happen? Because we didn't have someone, that might have been during all the wars. We might have not had a successor for this accolade. So let's see if we can restore it. I don't necessarily know what that will do. But the Knights of Edinburgh are currently not active, and that's not cool. Oh, wow. I unpause, and Zachariah immediately becomes the new player heir. So who changed their vote? Who's the swing voter? Let's find out. I want to figure this out. This is cool now that we're kind of paying attention to this aspect of the system. View election. Yeah, there's the button that I need to be clicking on. View election. All right, so who swung their vote? Oh my god. Duke Kindwolf actually swung his vote. So I think he's the right person to force. He's already most in favor of it. So we just need to keep that going. So let's keep this army on course. Judith learned the Doyle vulgar language through observation. Excellent. We are still trying to learn the language of the Pope. And once again, Duke Leofhelm takes over. Up to the task. Some of my counselors believe the job is theirs by right of blood or influence alone. How wrong they are. So our Chancellor, our Archbishop, or our Steward. I feel like the Archbishop probably needs the most guidance. So this will actually give him more. Which, by the way, now that he's at 16, what that actually means... Oh, nice, we have a learning perk available. That'll help us stay healthy. What that actually means is that we're going to have an easier job taking entire duchies at a time. We're still trying to fabricate a lot of claims. Should say. Know thyself. All right, let's unlock that. So now, when death of natural causes is 1 year away, we'll receive a warning. Now, there's the next two perks are both health boosts. There's the medium boost that you get from healthy, and then there's whole of body, which is another medium boost, a fertility boost, and a stress gain reduction. So all of that is a plus if we can manage to lock that down. Looks like we were not able to stop those raiders, which is unfortunate. I'm going to see if I can keep an eye on them, but it looks like they're leaving. Nope, can't do that. We want to try and get the entire duchy, especially now that his learning skill is a little bit higher. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and disband my army here, because we are in debt, and we need to recover from that so that the realm does not suffer too much. Due to your obvious lack... Oh, here we go again. I've granted Duke Gwynedd his claim on the Kingdom of England at his request. Oh, interesting. So this is King Alfred's steward. So it looks like now the Pope is meddling in our attempts to take control of Britannia, which is hilarious. I'm back on the battlefield, the mud is clean in my boots, the rank stench of the dead assaulting my nostrils once again. I'm reliving the day Jarl Arnfast of Flanders started the Varangian adventure of Isles upon me. I wake up gasping, cold beads of sweat clean in my face. Plaisance stirs beside me but doesn't wake. I must deal with my troubles alone. Why are you... What are you doing? You shouldn't be fighting anywhere. Alright, so Ectogarn could gain Martial and lose Diplomacy. Now, both of his scores in that regard are pretty low, so I should try to forget. You gain 27 stress. That did not stress him out, but it's very close to stressing him out. We're going to have to be careful. Man, especially if this war kicks in, we could have a problem. Alright, Knights of Edinburgh can be reinstated. Where is the option to reinstate it, though? This is the Moon in the Hills. Create Accolade. There it is. Alright, so appoint. Bjorthelm. Perfect. And we can appoint a successor here as well, which we would need to recruit him to the court. We don't actually have the ability to do that at the moment. Now we have some unstationed regiments as well, so that's a problem. Let's go ahead and find some places to put them. Doesn't really look like there are options, unfortunately. Alright, now we just need to wait for the money situation to clear. Because we've been excommunicated, we can't ask for money from the Pope anymore. That's been a huge help. I still have no idea why he decided that we're not worthy of association with the church anymore. I have no idea. That was a huge plot twist in the previous episode. Alright, so it looks like now that Edric... Oh, his betrothed has come of age. Good. Let's go ahead and send that proposal. This could actually be pretty good for the bloodline because it has 2 congenital traits. This is something you will start to see once you've been playing for a couple of centuries, is that you're more likely to have marriages with multiple, positive traits that can enter the bloodline as those traits kind of strengthen over generations. So we're going to send that proposal. Excellent. How close is this to being done? 2 months. Okay. Excommunication. What's happening here? Count Cricken has been excommunicated by Pope Lucius. So what is this dude's... Okay, that's what it is. He's insane. That's what it is. I should have looked at the Pope himself. He's actually insane. He's a lunatic. Oh my God. There's a mad Pope occupying the papacy. So... he's paranoid, he's ambitious, he's brave, he's an insane adventurer. This character is very bold and is significantly more likely to declare war on rulers close to or above their strength, accept and propose duels, or take risks. For example, when getting medical treatments, they are practically unaffected by dread. This character is very irrational and much more likely to perform tyrannical actions, get into inopportune wars, and gain offensive war opinion. So, yeah, they're generally unpredictable. That explains a lot. Let's go ahead and say that I feel accomplished. Every zealot vassal gains 10 opinion for 10 years. And that could potentially... It did positively affect his opinion of me a little bit. Call to war. Liberty War. So, you are trying to become independent, I guess? We'll accept that. I don't know that we're going to participate right now because we're in debt. Sorry about that. You can designate a guardian for... our daughter. Let's see. The new court physician is actually quite a strong character. Never. A peasant's lot is to serve their lord, rally the troops, raise all armies. Yeah, actually no, let's have... Conrad is lazy, wrathful, and cynical. So I was about to say let's have him Razor, but maybe the best option would be... Yeah. Let's go with... I think I called him Varshab in the last... It's interesting because there's a character in Diablo 4 named Varshan that that's reminding me of. But Varshazb is going to be the Guardian. So let's go ahead and send proposal. Accolades, both accolades lack successors at the moment. We can call allies to war. I don't think I'm going to worry about that. We're just going to raise armies, and we're going to put this down pretty damn quick. They're not going to like how fast this happens. Okay. Let's go ahead and enforce demands. So be it. And we will disband the army in order to continue earning money. Now, on top of that, are there any prisoners that I can ransom? Okay, I can gain a hook on you, which is nice, kind of, but I don't need hooks. So these are all peasants who were members of this revolt, I believe. I can gain hooks on all these characters, but no money from ransom. With one exception, but that particular character couldn't afford their full ransom, so it really doesn't matter either way. Oh boy. Okay. Negotiator. During my afternoon stroll down the streets of Lothian, my daughter Sarah runs up to me. Father, they just started swinging. At another when, she is interrupted by a high-pitched shriek, turning our attention to the fight down the street. The combatants appear to be a couple of pages from my court, circling each other in preparation for another tussle. Break it up, both of you. So we might gain the firm hand perk, maybe. Let's see if we got that. Maybe. No, we did not. That would have been nice. Alright, so we still have some infighting happening here, and has been happening for a while. Faction targeting you has disbanded. That's good. Need to find more ways to lower stress, but right now I just don't have that many options for that. Plaisance gained the trait pregnant. Ooh. While performing his duties as my spy master, Duke Stephen has uncovered a secret held by my vassal, Duke Kindwolf. He has secretly taken Svanhild, the daughter of Mael Kohler of Drogheda, as a lover. Yes! Blackmail. What happens if he declines? So his secret can be exposed if he declines. There's a 60% chance that he'll accept it. He wants to protect the secret. He is arrogant, and that's lowering his chance of acceptance. I don't think his opinion of me matters in this case. I think because he's arrogant, he's just more likely to be stubborn and say, no, I don't care. You do what you want. You can't threaten me. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. But if we get a weak hook, we can force his vote and make sure that we... You know what? I'm going to do it. It's better than a 50-50 chance. It's not much better, but let's see how this goes. Let's go down to speed 3. Oh! It worked. Oh my god, it worked. So this means... Hang on. Let's go back to succession. View the election. Now, where is Kindwolf? So we can force his vote. using a hook. God will judge these sinners. So I'm guessing that will fix itself at some point in the future. A secret exposed. Earl Casner of Orle has accused my Marshal Sheriff Waltheoff of having had an affair with my niece, Banmar Selwaith. I do not see what the fuss is about. It's not as if lust is an unnatural affliction. Yeah, it's true. So Sheriff Waltheoff, the current Marshal, is lusty. We could gain opinion with her, though, if we were to say these accusations are naught but malice and lies. And that would actually be potentially useful, because she doesn't have a very good opinion of me at the moment. So let's go ahead and do that. We're not going to meddle with my court at the moment. We want to try and keep things nice and stable for the king. So we can pardon her as well. It looks like her spouse has recently... Yeah, she's a known criminal. So he died from internal injuries. You know what? I'm going to pardon her. Grant pardon. She's my niece. I'm going to be a nice uncle. Okay. We're being raided still. Where, though? Oh, right there. I don't know how I didn't notice that, but didn't notice. So now we're going to see if we can hit them back. We're going to lose a little bit of money for this, but it's worth it. They have stolen some money from me, but they're about to have another thing coming. Hello. Okay, we're in debt. Looks like an alliance has... Oh, nice. Alliance expired, but alliance has been formed with a new ruler. Didn't have to do anything. Fabulous. Nice. That solved the debt problem. That's exactly why I did that. We're going to move back into my territory. It looks like the cost of maintaining my army has decreased considerably, which is nice. What have we here? I am judged harshly for my hospitality towards Varshazb, the criminal who is avoided by almost everyone on account of their wicked faith. My failure to condemn and continued proximity to this irredeemable fiend is perceived as open tolerance, tarnishing my court's reputation in the eyes of the clergy and faithful. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, Scotland has always been, in this particular playthrough, for definitely more than a century now, we have had a very open approach to things. You know? We've been very multicultural, we've been a diverse kingdom and, you know, aspiring empire. They have forced my hand, and I must now decide whether my courtier's crimes outweigh my affections for him. Surely something must be done. He's not a criminal, though. He's just Muslim. He himself has done nothing wrong, apart from just not having the right faith, which, fair enough, at this time in history was wrong enough, but surely something must be done. Our courtier is really so hard to replace. So we can say you must repent, but this would stress me out because we're arbitrary, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm going to say it's not my place to judge. We're going to do what's right by the storyline that we've established so far, and we're going to let Varshazb be Varshazb. So, with that, what else can we do? And we recovered some raid loot, and now we are definitely making money again, which is nice to see. So I think, let's take another look at this. I think we've got him locked down now. I don't know if anyone else is going to be able to compete. What I could do is we could take the Duke of Man and do the same thing. We try and find secrets here in the Isle of Man. And see if we can get a hook on the Duke of the Isle of Man. If we get that, then that even further cements Zachariah's place on the throne. That does not mean that we won't have a civil war. It just means that my son, my firstborn son, who is a decent ruler, he has some stats that are problematic. Stewardship is going to be bad. So we're going to need to probably take a stewardship focus in order to compensate for that. But this would be an excellent character to kind of have in charge. And again, the sooner we can get control of him, the better, because he is lustful, and as we've seen in the series so far, when you have lustful characters, they kind of do what they want, unless you're the one that's in control of them, and then you can take advantage of the fact that they're more fertile. Which comes in handy in Crusader Kings, for certain reasons. Oh, there's still another raiding army down here. I didn't notice that. Oh, that's tempting. But I've disbanded my army already. Man. Now what's happening down here? Let's take a close look. Yeah, so this is Infighting, I believe. Duke of Mercia. Yeah, just infighting. It doesn't look like infighting, but it's infighting. They're just fighting over territory down here. I can't wait to have higher crown authority at some point in the future so that we don't have to worry about that as much. But it's not going to happen on Ecthogern's watch, unfortunately. Alright, so if I were to raise all my armies again, how long would it take for them to... Oh, that's actually not bad. Nope, can't. Alright. May you grow to be strong and wise, my daughter. So, lots of girls at this point. I wonder, by the way, I wonder if that's accurately programmed into the game. So, reproductively, humans in general, like, the more kids someone has, as time goes on, as I understand, it's been a few years since I learned about this, but, like, as time goes on, the more likely the child is to be female than male. So, that's a really, really kind of interesting dynamic that is realistic, and I wonder if it's actually programmed into the game properly, because it kind of seems like it might be, you know, going that way. All right, where are those raiders? They're down here. So this is going to be not as expensive as it was. Let's see if we can intercept them. We sail, we'll make it down there faster. In theory. Yes, I know I'm being raided. That's why I'm sending an army. The Stolen Keg. Alright, so Sarah could stay temperate, or we could make her diligent or gregarious. Let's let her keep temperate, because unfortunately we don't have anything less stressful than that. Alright, unfortunately we are back in debt. So the monthly income while the forces are raised is kind of oscillating a bit. Holy mediation. As I come across my friend Queen Plaisance leaving the church, it is immediately clear she has something to tell me. My friend, I've been praying for you since the day you've been excluded from the community of the faithful. I can't help but worry about your poor soul. I really wish I could help you more. Would you let me plead your cause to the Pope? He might be willing to forgive your past transgressions now. Please try for my sake. You lose 100 gold. The chances here are not very good. There's a 36% chance that we would lose the trait excommunicated and he would gain opinion of me. Remember, the Pope's a lunatic. He's out of his mind. He's literally out of his mind. I'm not even making that up. He's a lunatic. Per the rules of the game. So that's why we were excommunicated, because he does what he wants. So we could say there's no need for this, because I don't want to lose 100 gold. That's the main thing. There's no need for this. I appreciate the thought, though, wife. Thank you for that. All right, let's go ahead and unpin Duke Kindwolf, and we will pin Duke Hilt. You know, one of the things I love about commentating on new games, this isn't a new game in terms of, you know, having recently come out, but it's a new game for the channel. This is my first series in CK3, but I've played CK3, got close to 500 hours in it now. I've played it a good bit since it came out. But, like, commentating and playing really helps me learn more as I talk through various things and explain certain things and kind of realize what I know and don't know. And hopefully it's helpful for you as well, especially if you're new. Obviously, I kind of played at an intermediate level, so like advanced players aren't going to gain as much from that. You might gain some things that I can't really actively, intuitively think of right now, but like hopefully it's helpful for newer players as well that are figuring things out, to kind of have a YouTuber that you're watching figuring something out in real time that you also need to figure out. So, let's see here. Prize ring has low durability. Yeah, can we go ahead and repair that? How much does it cost? Ooh, don't have the gold I need to repair that. We've only got 14 years, so we're going to need to get that. Because the prize ring we are actually wearing. You should feudalize the Earldom of Ossory. Costs 500 gold. Now we need to do that. Where did those raiders go? Are they gone? They're gone. Oh, the raiders are gone, so I just, you know, ran around with this army for no reason whatsoever. Alright. Disband. Yeah, the raiding is ended. We gained 105 from efficient county taxes, thanks to our steward being frickin' awesome. So that's a nice change of pace. Now what I really need is for my frickin' archbishop to actually get me a claim on a duchy. It's a little bit insane that that has not popped once. The skill doesn't have to be that high. Maybe the odds have been changed in a patch and I just don't know. So you can tell me in the comments if that's the case. But it's weird that that hasn't popped a single time in this entire campaign. You know, to get the claim for the entire duchy as opposed to a claim for just the particular county that we're trying to claim. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. What's going to happen? I want to know in advance. Oh my god. I'll read this in a second. You can read it yourselves if you're impatient. Alright, Zachariah is going to be the king. But we're going to have a civil war in our hands to start off the next episode. Holy crap. Till the bitter end. As I lay upon my bed, prostrated by my sickness and cursing my weak, failing body, I can barely make out the human figure approaching. Their slow steps and heavy silence are starting to scare me. Ha! Look at you now. Not so fearsome anymore, are you? Did you even recognize me, you miserable ogre? It's me, Leofhelm. I can't believe my luck. So long have I dreamed to see you so low and broken. I can barely find the strength to murmur, have you just come to gloat? No, I haven't, he replies. I can't even register the dangerous glint in his eyes before Leofhelm is at my bedside and an icy smile on his face. I try to move, escape, scream, anything, but my frail body has long stopped listening to me. Help. 100% chance. This... I'm not going to use the pejorative that's coming to my mind right now, but I'm thinking it. This hateful man here has just decided to murder Ecthegirn. Oh, this is going to be good. You have died. All right, so we're going to continue playing as Zachariah. Now, here's what's going to happen as a result. We are immediately at war. Scotland has broken up. Thankfully, it looks like mostly Ireland is what we lost, so we will have to do what we can to reclaim that, but the mainland territory that we control is not in terrible shape. Let's fill a few voids. Archbishop is still doing his thing. Mormaer Dristan is going to be Chancellor. Duke Diffenwall is going to be the Steward. The Marshal will remain Sheriff Waltheoff. The Spymaster will be Duke Stephen Thomason, who is the current player heir. We could also give it to Duke Aid, which would improve his opinion of me. Oh, that's tempting. Because he would be a good spymaster. But Duke Stevenson is objectively the better of the two, so we're going to give it to the best character. If we have to have chaos, we'll have to have chaos. That's just the way it is. So we need to go with the stewardship approach here, for sure. Let's go with a wealth focus. So we have an income bonus in addition to... Now, actually, no, I should have gone with the domain focus. I didn't. Damn. Okay, well... We'll gain stewardship points by collecting perks, but unfortunately we're not going to gain the +3 bonus. I totally missed that. I thought there was going to be a bonus across the board, and I just wasn't looking closely at the tooltip. So we just sacrificed the +3 stewardship, which is the reason I was going for this, and we'll have to gain that through perks that we unlock. But we also are right at the end of this episode, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this one here. It's a good ending point as well, because holy crap. We've got a lot to do. We've just had a new transition. Zachariah is quite young. His health is good. He doesn't have any, any problems from being lustful yet, so we gained control of him at the right time. His wife is pregnant. We already have one child, Princess Hergith, and she's hale, so she is strong of body, basically. Fit and sound of body. Yeah, there's no other congenital traits here, but we got what we wanted, and we conspired for it, which was a lot of fun, too. So that was a lot of fun. Let's, as I literally just said the same thing twice in a row. You can tell I'm frazzled because of that murder that just occurred. Holy crap. Okay, gonna stop this one here. We'll pick back up with the next one and kind of see where we can take things and how long it takes any of this dust to settle. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. For channel emotes and member badges, look for the join button to learn more. New episodes drop every day but Tuesday at 11 a.m. US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome, so leave your thoughts below, and I'll see you next time.